So what does it mean to you that this position, data ops, sales data operations, what does it mean to you as somebody that's been involved in this community for 6 years, that that position is becoming something of note and something that's highly desirable in the job field?
I think it tells the good story of the volume of data that we're able to collect now that we couldn't 6 years ago, 10 years ago. I mean, if you think of what marketing was, 10, 15 years ago, you didn't have the kind of tracking, the kind of data that we have now. It was, cool, I'm going to put some postcards in the mail and see what happens. Or pick up a phone book and just dial some phone numbers. And you didn't have all of these different touch points that even had data behind them to bring together. But we also have things now where we have data compliance things that we have to worry about. I mean, marketers before didn't have to think about what legal implications surrounded the data they managed and who they emailed. Thanks to CASL and GDPR and CAN-SPAM, I mean, there's all of these legislative efforts to manage data, and it's the data that we use as marketers, as salespeople, as our IT teams, and somebody's got to have a hand in there and understand exactly what's happening to bring all of this, these touchpoint data together, but also to bring together the compliance efforts and make sure that's centralized.
So what do you think those practices look like in 5 years? Now that this position is on the rise today, 5 years from now, how do you view best practices in data? Future Brooke now talking. Let's to an homage to your end slide at your presentation with Back to the Future there.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the future, right? What do you think 5 years from now data management looks like at corporations, SMBs? Is it a huge focus 5 years from now?
Absolutely. And I think the companies that are able to get their hands around it now and standardize for it and prepare for scale are the companies that are going to succeed. I think the companies that are going to struggle are those who have so much data that's chaotic, unorganized, can't tell a story. Those are going to be the ones that are going to get lost. They're throwing money at things that don't work. They're wasting efforts on bad data. And
it's a true
they're
story.
Gonna get left behind.
It's a true story, and I think they will fall behind. Because you say that, I have to ask, do you think big data itself is cursed because data decay will always be a thing?
100%. I mean, data decay is not going to go away, especially if you look at especially the B2B market, the tenure that people have at companies. You're going to have a very constant turnover, and I don't foresee that changing with the millennial generation.
No.
And being able to stay on top of that is going to be a difference. If you have 60 to 70% of your database that's no longer with their companies, that's gone to garbage, that's a lot of wasted effort if you're not staying on top of keeping your data clean and doing what you can to continue to stay ahead of the curve.